Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on getting our road network finished up. And we're actually quite close to getting that done. So that is phenomenal. Now, as we colonize a few of these other locations, we're going to want to continue to build a couple of roads here and there. And of course, as we conquer locations, we're going to want to do that as well. When does the game end again? I can never remember in Imperator. I'd have to look it up. It's a while, I think. So that would be hopefully ideal. Yeah, it should be a while yet still. We should have plenty of time. So I do want to get another tax office building here. Absolutely. We've got enough cash, but we need to keep a little bit of cash on hand as we are working on these roads. Because if we don't have the cash to build the road when the movement is completed, it just takes us off of road build, and they just keep going. So we definitely don't want that to happen. That is absolutely not ideal. We're going to finish up this main road over here shortly. Once this is done, I do want these guys to come back and make their way up like so. And then once they're done with that, I think that they should come out over this direction and maybe make a connection over here, like that. I don't think the way that these provinces are laid out that it makes a lot of sense to do another horizontal road over here. So I think this is the entirety of the road queue up at this point. So once these guys arrive here, they're just going to come over this way and just come off of road build. They might start drilling at that point. But this is looking very, very solid. We are very nearly completed with our road construction, and that's good. This will make it a lot easier for us to get around and respond to things. So that looks solid. And these guys are going to be a little bit more expensive to run on road build. You can see the monthly cost there. So we're wanting to prefer to not use these if at all possible, which it is, of course, completely possible. So that looks good. There's only a couple of road segments that needs to be built. One here, and then one here at this point for these guys. So this will go quite quickly, all things considered. And then over here, we just need 2 more road segments as well. Very, very nearly done. So that looks great. I'm very pleased with how our road network has turned out here. The major problem may end up being something out over here, but I don't think that's going to actually result in any issues. So that looks reasonably good. 50 gold, and the territory of Panay would gain a library. That is a cheap library. A library would normally cost 53.2, so we would save 3.2 gold. And the time for construction. We can definitely fit a library in there. We are maxed on our research efficiency, so this isn't necessarily what we want to do, but I'm going to do it. It should be fine. That does fit in with what we might eventually want to do. So that all looks reasonably good. How are we doing on our technology? We're doing very well on our tech. We're significantly ahead of time in like every category, especially religious advances. Religious advances is going extraordinarily well. So that seems good for now. This guy died. He was the head of the Wen family. Well, we definitely need a new Wen family member in there, and that'll be okay. Cool. So we're now half done with our construction up here. Once we're done with this... Yet the debt of treason must be paid in blood. Okay. So we now need a new governor in Funan. And who do we want to put in here? Well, ideally someone who's loyal. This guy, maybe? Sure. 0.18. Okay. Well, we're going to have rebellion over here. That was basically going to happen anyway. So that's reasonably fine for right now. Once these guys are done here, they're going to follow this path in returning back, and there's already road built and all of that, so that is fine. We're going to want to take them off of road build once they arrive in Kuala Dungundo. That is absolutely going to be a thing. These guys should exit road build right now, and in fact, I'm going to put them into drill. Now, note the difference in cost here. Legion maintenance cost of 120% when building a road, compared to drill army of 33%. This is going to be a significant cost reduction for us, and that is phenomenal. So we're very happy about that. At this point, I want to get another tax office going in down here. Perfect. And we want to continue to build buildings, but we're going to bring these guys down, and fairly soon, well, we're probably going to do a Legion expansion if we've got the ability to do it, but fairly soon we're going to go on the aggressive. We've not expanded for a while. The question is one of Kampong. 33 months away. Okay. I mean, this definitely needs work, right? No doubt about that. We have a number of disloyal provinces up in this area. We're working on it. It's improving, but it's not improving super fast. It's fine for the moment. So as soon as we arrive down here in Kuala Dungun, we want to take these guys off of Build Road to save the cost. 3 stability? Okay, sure. We'll take 3 free stability. That sounds wonderful. And we can pretty much move around our empire wherever we want at this point quite quickly. So we want to take these guys off of road build now. And that is going to significantly increase our income. That also means we're a lot freer with where we can put our money. So that's great. We're going to drop the academy here, and we're going to build a tax office. We're also eventually going to drop the commercial district and the port. I'm going to do that now, and we're going to put the tax offices in here. Now, up in Patani, we can definitely continue to put in tax offices, and we want to do that. So we're at 21 gold per month now. That is a huge gain. It's going to go down a little bit when we get these guys drilling. A little bit. But not a huge amount. And these tax offices are going to be building up quite quickly. So that all looks good. We're going to get these guys in here, merge them together. They're all drilling now. So that looks good. What is our actual economy income right now? Well, let's drop our fleet maintenance. That puts us at 23.12. And let's drop our fort maintenance as well. That's a small gain. 23.47. Looks good. So this is maxed out at this point. In Patani, we definitely need an additional tax office. We're going to need a 3rd. So that's fine. We're delighted to be getting more tax income. Absolutely wonderful. Our current tax offices are giving us 30% gain. Each one of these is a 15% gain. It's kind of huge. Barbarians have risen over here. Okay, noted. So let's head over to Disport. Actually, no, we're fine to stay here. Let's bring these guys down. Let's see how many barbarians it is. 4K. Go back to drilling. I don't think we need to deal with them. What do they even actually do? They reduce our civilization value a little bit. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. So for now, we're going to send these guys right back to drilling. That seems fine. We can absolutely... Do we want a forum in Panay? Not exactly. Let's grab population growth. That'll be okay for now. So that looks good. Up in Patani, of course, we want to get another tax office. That maxes out Patani for the moment. Then we want to come up over this direction. We've got these 3 cities here. Okay, we've only got the 1 tax office to put in here. So that is our core slave cities. All good to go. As we can see, they're down to 3,500 here. And this is not the capital of the region. So the moment they leave, we should be fine here. So over in Barus, we probably should build additional conscription camps. And Kampong is going to rebel eventually. These guys are in position to be able to take care of that very quickly. So that'll be fine. No issues there. We do have our city here, and this city has not really been specialized. It produces incense. This would be a pretty good slave city, to be honest. We don't have that many slaves there right now. Well, let's save up some money, and we'll see what ends up happening with that. I'm relatively comfortable with our manpower income right now, and we are maxed out on research. So I feel like slaves are kind of the way to go. Yeah, these guys are currently down to 2,500. They're going to continue to rampage down here for a little bit. That's fine. They can do that. Okay, so there's currently a civil war brewing. Who is this? Jubei Fan? That's this guy. He's 70 and he's in very poor health. I'm going to bribe him. And that brings him up to 32. We're going to also have to give him free hands. I don't love it, but it's fine. So in the religious advances, we were going down this way next. This is going to get us citizen happiness here, freeman happiness, tribesman happiness, and same religion and citizen happiness. There's a lot of happiness that we want to get here. So we're going to grab some... Do we want the tribesman happiness? How many tribesmen do we really have in these sorts of areas? No tribesmen at all. And we're not really trying to have tribesmen. So we might just skip this and go directly for the same religion happiness and the citizen happiness. It's kind of the same thing, though. Kinda. Not entirely. How are we doing religiously? Okay. Yeah, there's a fair amount of Draconic in this area. So let's go ahead and grab the country same religion happiness. That'll be fine. Boosting up that happiness will, of course, be good. We are 56% over here. That did help matters. It's still going to rebel, but it slowed it down a little bit. So that seems reasonably good. Who is this guy? The head of the Shi family? Just wait a little longer. I'm sure it'll be okay. He's not very loyal, but it's okay. So barbarians of Malayan have risen up over here. This seems fine again for the moment. I'm not going to do anything about that barbarian. This one, unfortunately, they took over Panay, which is a bit of a problem for us. What do we have for levy over here? You know what? I'm going to raise that levy. They're here? Well, that's an awkward place for them to be. Okay, we're going to have to bring them around. Very awkward place for them to be indeed. We're leaving our legion up here because the province is going to rebel eventually, and that's reasonably fine. So we're saving up gold right now. This seems reasonably okay. So they're going to continue to attack up over here. This is fine. Caught red-handed, huh? The dungeon will straighten him out. Fantastic. So we need a new commander here. It'll be this guy, who already is a thing. Cool. So we're going to position our navy around here. Si-Wen is now in charge. Okay, that sounds good. We'll put Yangtze in here. I believe that's the guy who was demanding his office. That's very convenient. Cool. We're going to go on civic focus because that's what we do. Excellent. So they're continuing to push through up here. These guys, the barbarians, can only take a couple more locations. I'm not too concerned about it. Oh, it was Li Shi. It's simply never going to happen. He starts seeing us as a rival. I'm sure that's fine. Okay, they're going down over here, so this is going to cap back. They're going to be dealt with. That sounds good. Eventually, our navy will arrive over here. And these guys are going to embark onto the navy. These will cease to exist. There we go. And the question is, do we want to go take care of these? Actually, I don't think we need to. Let's put the levy down. Cool. Kind of a waste, but at the same time, I just wanted to make absolutely sure. And we did make absolutely sure. It wasn't going to happen, so that sounds good. Next up, of course, we probably do want to start building some slave production here. So let's get a foundry going. This is going to end up being a slave city at this point. A library? Where is this? Out over here? We really don't need a library here. This is already kind of set up as a research city. How are they producing 2 units of honey? Oh, they have 15 slaves. That's a lot of slaves. Okay, that's noted. Definitely interesting. Well, we could put a library in here, but I'm not happy about it. There we go. That'll be fine. One thing to think about is we know we need more farming settlements, and I would like to get those. We have a military tradition available, and what do we want to grab here? Well, morale of navies and ship repair at sea would be good. So we'll do that. That sounds fine. I'm a little surprised that these guys haven't rebelled yet, to be honest. It's going down a lot more. Or rather, a lot less. That's fine. Our tyranny is improving, and that is definitely helping matters. No doubt about that. We don't care about these guys or their opinion of us. I don't want to send them gold. Don't be ridiculous. So we're going to spend money on getting these farming settlements done. That is definitely going to be a thing that we want to do. But I also do want to be working on development of some of these cities. We do need to get cities built up where possible. However, we're also going to want to start attacking fairly soon. My question is, what's the pop count of these guys? 650 compared to our pop count, which is 1179. This should be fairly simple for us to attack and take significant portions of. I don't know if we're going to be able to take all of it. That'll be gated by aggressive expansion. We'll see how that goes. But we definitely need to get the rebelliousness of this area under control. No doubt about that, and we're working on it. It's getting better. There's no doubt about that. As we've been working on our happiness, it's certainly improving. Do we care about our freeman happiness? Maybe. Integrated culture happiness is pretty decent, of course. That's a maximum research efficiency there. We should probably grab that. Yeah, that's only 3 away as well, so that's not too bad. Our tech is definitely going very, very well. No doubt about that. You know, we should probably have a section of road right here. Let's just move up over there. This is going to be the whole army, so this is inefficient, but I'm only going to build 1 section of road here. So we're going to set these guys onto road build very briefly here. And we're going to head up over this direction. Yes, it will be expensive to have the entirety of the army doing that, but let's just get up there, get this 1 section of road built. That'll be fine. We have 231 gold right now, so I do want to get a farming settlement constructing, and that should go here. There we go. We'll get that underway. And these guys are going to arrive up here fairly soon. It'll be after this month tick. That's okay. Almost there. There we go. Once again, one of those straight line roads. Okay. That must be something with the way that Terra Indomita does things. It's kind of weird, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's purely aesthetic. So we're going to hop in over here and go back to Germany. Perfect. Now, these guys have decided to rebel against us, and this province went with. Okay. So, are we black flagged here? No, we're not. Sure. So, I'm thinking about how we want to approach this right now. Okay, so we've got this right now. What we want to do here is split this in half, but I don't actually want to split it like that. Let's group these back together, and we're going to create a new unit. I want to have all of our siege engineers all together here. Then we're going to send, like, just some archers. And how many units is that? Is that enough to siege this? I'm not sure. Let's go find out. And we should probably have a commander here. That would be a useful thing to do. We would need to put in a second commander. That could be Futan. That's okay. And there we go. Something along the lines of this. So they're going to cap this back. Yes, there's a lot of things happening. Barbarians in bow. We got a religious advance. Barbs up here. Sure, that seems fine. Okay, so we can get a new innovation here. I definitely want to grab glass blowing, because that will allow us to get exported drama into Scribe, which would be phenomenal. So we are, in fact, sieging here. That looks good. Now we grab here, which will grab this entire area. And then this will grab this entire area. So now we just need to head up here and finish this siege. And the war will be over. I don't know why they thought they could manage this. Oh, we got a breakthrough. That gave us a free innovation. That's great. We of course grab exported drama with that. So that'll reduce monthly corruption as well as integrated culture happiness, which is phenomenal. And the question is, will this siege be done anytime soon? Now, I see these guys out over here. We're going to send this unit up to deal with this. The barbs are up this way as well. Okay. I'm just keeping an eye on the situation here. They're grabbing this location. I'm going to cancel this farming settlement. Okay. We're going to siege here. And they're probably running at our siege force right now. So we need to come down this way ourselves. We should be able to get there reasonably quickly on the roads, but they are on roads as well. Although, actually, this doesn't have a road right here. So that's definitely a thing. They're actually taking Schambach. And they're going northward. Go deal with that. That's not a problem. Hilarious. Are we going to catch them here? Yes, we are. It's unclear who's going to win. We're going to win. We're obviously going to win this. Like, why is this saying it's unclear? Well, we do have low morale. Or do we have our army maintenance down right now? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, we're going to win this. Obviously. We were always going to win this. Fantastic. Easy peasy. So that is pretty free, and we are going to just head down to Schambach. We're going to have this done very shortly, so they are all going to be... There's nothing they can do here. It's over. It's super over. We just stack wiped another unit here. Wonderful. They're going to try to grab this territory. We have not finished up this siege yet, which is unfortunate. That means we have to go back up here. That is very, very unfortunate. These guys are being kind of rude, but, you know, what do you expect? That's pretty normal stuff. So we're going to grab all of this, and where are they retreating to? They're retreating, like, down here? The territory that we control? Wild. Well, we do have access to Scribe at this point, and we're going to take that. That puts us at 189.14. Noted. We should probably go into Panay and boost this. It's actually maxed. We can ditch the port here and put in another library, and then we can put in a number of libraries here. So that maxes that out. Nice. With any luck, that will get us maxed out on our research efficiency, which is 200% as the maximum. So we're fighting these guys with our archers, and there's not much they can do. That looks good. Barbarians in Sumatra again? Very rude. Whatever. It does not matter. Okay, so this is all under control here. This should end the war. We're just going to wait on all of these to auto-cap. It doesn't auto-cap when they're retreating through it. Wild. Okay, we're just going to wait on this to auto-cap. That's really weird because they're in retreat right now. I don't know. I didn't expect that for some reason. Of course, the war is over, and we're going to sue for peace here. We're going to take all of their things, and this is fine. So we are going to get minimum culture happiness reduction. There we go. And these guys are going to want to group back together. The question is, do we want to go deal with those barbarians? There's only 2,000 of them left. I don't think it's a problem. So let's head on down here, and I want to make sure that we are in religious conversion here. This should be religious conversion. This should be religious conversion. Actually, that's going to rebel eventually. This should be religious conversion. Maybe this should go back to harsh treatment. But we want to do religious conversion where possible. This should maybe be cultural assimilation. Okay, that seems reasonably fine for right now. So let's get into position over here again. That'll be absolutely fine. These barbarians are going to stop existing very soon. Let's get a farming settlement built. That's the one that we canceled previously. Sounds good. I'm going to get these guys drilling for right now. Prosperity? Yeah, we'll definitely take additional taxes. That sounds good. Okay, so they're going to be attempting to siege over here. They're, of course, not actually doing anything. They're not making any progress. Cool. So there are these barbarians here. They're very rude. We're going to pull our fleet back up over here for now. Grouping these guys together. And let's put in Li Shi over here. That'll be okay. So they've got 1,500 troops here. Noted. Let's bring these guys down to the port. We're maybe going to want to do something about these barbarians. They took over Panay, but they're going to run out of troops fairly soon. These guys, on the other hand, aren't. So you know what? Let's just walk over here using our fancy new roads. We should be able to do that relatively quickly. We cannot do force march, can we? We can, actually. So let's position them here. We don't have the invention quick march. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to walk up over here, and that'll be fine. So we'll use our fancy new roads. And let's get a farming settlement built in Sibai. That'll be fine. And with that, it is, of course, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, these barbarians are going to stop existing fairly soon. They've got 5 more locations that they can take over, but whatever. They'll stop existing eventually. We'll go deal with them if we have to, but we would prefer not to. I'm actually going to park our fleet about here. That'll be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. Also, I just noticed a pattern here. Hang on. I just noticed a pattern. And the pattern that I noticed, straight line, crossing. Straight line, crossing. Straight line, crossing. Crossing. I'm pretty sure that's what we've got going on here. That's a crossing. This is a crossing. Every single one of these that is a straight line has a river crossing. So that's noted. I'll see you guys next time.